In a world where bigger means better and wealth and power are expressed in architectural wonders, the competition for the world's tallest building is an ongoing one. While there are hundreds of unfinished projects, these 5 mega projects have some of the most interesting stories. Let's start our list with number 5, Azerbaijan Tower and Khazar Islands. On a flight from Dubai to Baku, Ibrahim Ibrahimov, president of the Avesta Group of companies, first envisioned the Azerbaijan Tower in 2010. He envisioned a city and drew up plans for a lobster-shaped development of 40 to 50 artificial islands in the Caspian Sea. The projected Azerbaijan Tower would be 3,445 feet tall, 728 feet taller than the Burj Khalifa. Its design includes 189 levels and will be able to resist earthquakes of up to a 9.0 magnitude. Around 150 bridges will connect the complex's islands and services. The Azerbaijan Tower will alone cost $3 billion, Ibrahimov told the New York Times. There may be some who object. I don't mind. I'll do it all by myself. I work with my emotions. He stated that if anyone tries to outdo his tower, he'll build an even bigger one. So is it just a symbol of wealth and power? There have also been proposals about constructing shopping malls, academic campuses, cultural facilities, and parks on the new islands. Ibrahimov's concept is impressive, but not wholly original. Dubai, for example, already has the sail-shaped Burj Al Arab Hotel, which is surrounded by glass and steel towers. These are the Persian Gulf's wealth and power emblems. However, Ibrahimov's design for the world's largest skyscraper and surrounding community deviates slightly from Dubai models. He desires that his structures appear less artificial, safer, and more beautiful. The islands are being constructed in the water by hauling boulders and mud from a neighboring mountain. This is not only the most ambitious project in Azerbaijan's history, but it also poses a significant challenge in light of recent political turbulence and rallies against local corruption. Azerbaijan is going all out, constructing a series of artificial islands that will allegedly house up to 1 million people. Unfortunately, the funding has run out, thus the 41-island archipelago's work has stagnated, and the parts that were supposed to open in 2020 did not. Number 4. Doha Convention Center. When finished, the 551-meter, 112-story Doha Convention Center and Tower project will be the world's second tallest structure. However, work on the tower was halted a few years ago after it was discovered that it would interfere with aircraft takeoff and landing routes from the current international airport. The issue is likely to be rectified after the new runway is built parallel to the present one on reclaimed ground about 1 kilometer closer to the east shore. The chief executive officer of Qatari DR, the project's developers, told the local Arabic language daily, Al Sharq, that once the new Doha International Airport opened, aircraft directions would be adjusted. Work on the project will resume after this is completed, he added. Al-Hadfa stated that the tower's foundation has been completed. The Doha Convention Center and Tower project will be built in the West Bay area and will include hotel facilities, residential, and retail space. The convention area will be 100,000 meters squared with 65,000 meters square of gross office floor space and 25,000 square meters of retail space in the tower and center. Construction on the project began in 2007, according to the Council on Tall Buildings and Urban Habitat. Murphy John Architects created the design. Structural engineering was carried out by Hyder Consulting, Magnuson Klemensic Associates, and Warner Sobek Engineering and Design. MEP design was completed by Hyder Consulting and Arup, and Turner Construction is handling project management. Do you think they will continue and finish building the Doha Convention Center? Number 3. Mexico City New International Airport. Next up on our list, a few kilometers away from Mexico City International Airport, lies the abandoned construction of what was supposed to be a new hub of the Mexican capital. The current local government scrapped the project at approximately 30% of progress and instead opted to refurbish a former military base and turn it into a mixed commercial military airport. So let's take a look at what could have been and what will now be. The airport debate between Texcoco and St. Lucia is contentious. Nonetheless, both initiatives are based on fundamental truth for Mexico. Its capital desperately needs a new airport. Mex was already overburdened prior to the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2014, it was designated as a saturation hub. As a result, the former Mexican government, led by Enrique Peña Nieto, decided to construct a new airport. The project began in the former Texcoco Lake Basin just outside of Mexico City. Texcoco Airport was scheduled to feature 6 runways, and its completion would have necessitated the entire shutdown of Mex and an immediate transfer of operations. It was supposed to open in 2024. Once the new airport was fully built, it would have allowed 1.12 million annual operations and received up to 137 million passengers. At its peak in 2019, Mex received 52 million passengers. The construction of Texcoco Airport was expected to cost approximately $13.3 billion US. Nonetheless, we will never truly know how much the project would have actually cost, as it has been seen with other airports, costs usually rise by the end. The Mexican government would have funded approximately 60%. The cost was one of the main concerns of the new government that ultimately scrapped the project. Scrapping the project is costing approximately 113 billion Mexican pesos, according to an estimation by the Superior Auditor of the Federation in 2021. That is about 16.12 billion US dollars. Following the cancellation, the plan has been to let nature take over and transform the once future airport into a giant park. Currently, the project is to conserve 12,200 hectares of marsh. Half of that area will be used to build a public space set to open by 2024. Nonetheless, below the water, the Texcoco Airport still exists, at least the 30% that was constructed before it was scrapped and could theoretically be resumed. Number 2. The World, Dubai. The World Islands, Dubai has been the topic of much discussion since its inception in the early 2000s. The disputed archipelago's history is filled with rumors of celebrity purchases and absurd and frequently abandoned hotel developments. For many years, what was once one of the UAE's most ambitious projects has resembled a sandy ghost town, acting as the epitome of the worldwide financial troubles that so significantly damaged Dubai in the late 2000s. However, the World Islands have experienced an exciting development this year, with global hotel operator Anantara opening the doors to a 70-room resort, giving the location a new buzz of promise. The World Islands, located around 2.5 miles off the coast of Dubai in the Persian Gulf, are a group of smaller islands built to reproduce the world in miniature, with each island named after its corresponding country. The World Islands were launched in 2003 as the next big thing in luxury tourism, with members of the global elite, including Richard Branson and the late Karl Lagerfeld, begging for a piece of the action. The artificial islands were built by dredging sand from the Gulf and transporting it to the designated location, where it was held in place by millions of tons of rocks. The world's islands contain 300 islands, ranging in size from 250,000 to 900,000 square feet. The collection as a whole spans 5.4 miles. Now, despite the excitement generated when the World Islands were first revealed, as well as the numerous individual island sales, the 2008 financial meltdown prompted work on the ambitious development to come to a halt. At this point, it was estimated that almost $15 billion had already been spent, but just one island development was finished, with the rest at varying stages of completion. Amongst the chaos of works halting, developers were also forced to deny rumors that the World Islands were sinking back into the ocean. Number 1. Plaza Rakyat, Malaysia. The Plaza Rakyat project, which was supposed to be a major monument, began more than 20 years ago, but was halted during the Asian financial crisis. Plaza Rakyat, proposed at a time when transit-oriented developments were still a novel concept in Malaysia, was to be the first project to be connected with a light rail transit station, aside from the Kuala Lumpur city center development. However, when the developer, Plaza Rakyat Sdn ran into financial difficulties in 1997, the project was only 30% built. While everyone is hopeful that the Profit Consortium would be able to revitalize Plaza Rakyat for the benefit of the unit owners and the surrounding community, there are indicators that the company's initial promoter is leaving. Profit Consortium began as a joint venture between Dabao Property Development Ltd. And its wholly owned subsidiary, Pavilion Treasures Land and Development. Pavilion Treasures owned 82% of the company, with the Malaysian partner owning the rest. A check with the Malaysian company's commission reveals, however, that Gabungan Tiasa is no longer a shareholder in Profit Consortium. As of December 12, 2019, the shareholders were Pavilion Treasures with 19% and Starlight Glory with 81%. Profit Consortium's filings with Singapore Exchange Securities Trading also do not provide a clear picture of the ownership changes. So, who is driving the Plaza Rakyat development? An estimated 14 million square feet of office space will enter the market during the next 3 years. This excludes the 4 million square feet of office space that will be built into Greater KL, such as the Petaling Jaya and the Cyber Jaya. According to Savills Research's Asian Cities report, the upcoming supply will continue to put pressure on the office rental market, with vacancy rates likely to grow. It goes on to say that the existing competitive rental market will be exacerbated by a shortage of demand. Asked by The Edge whether there is concern the planned mega developments will worsen the oversupply, Khalid says, "I think the question of office oversupply is a problem that needs to be handled when the application for a development is being processed, not after agreements have been signed or commitments have been made and money spent." So, what do you think of these unfinished and/or abandoned mega projects? Will any of these be finished and resurrected, or will nature take care of these ones? Also, if you want to see more about similar mega projects, watch these 2 videos right here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.